My people, the great people of Nigeria, I have a mandate from God to talk about this country. Looking at what is happening to Nigeria, you will know and also believe with me that Nigeria today is facing the toughest challenges of its existence. Nigeria is really in trouble. The country is like a man on a crossroad who doesn't know the right way that leads to his destination or his doom. But the man on the crossroad cannot remain on the crossroad if he must make progress. He must decide to ask questions to know which way leads to his destination, or make a U-turn by himself to where he came from. So now at this time in this country, Nigeria is in a fix. You see, the great challenge that everybody should be worried about. But we must ask ourselves some vital questions. Where was Nigeria yesterday? Where is Nigeria today? And where should Nigeria be in the near future? So if our leaders and the people of Nigeria can ask and answer these questions correctly, I know that it's not going to be long. Nigeria will have a place in the community of countries and nations of the world. That if we know that after asking ourselves this question that Nigeria of yesterday is better than today, what it means is that we are still far behind our purpose. My great people, it is very important to look at this country and then look at what is happening to us right now. But the matter is greatly on the leadership. Though the land, even we who are the followers of this country, have roles to play, but the leadership has a vital role in this regard. And then I think that the president right now should reevaluate his agendas and his policies and see how it impacts on this nation. Can the nation survive by those agendas? Can the nation succeed by those policies? And if it is important that the policies will cause this nation to succeed, then it is good to go by it. But if not, I think there should be a rethink. Yes, I actually applaud the president's determination on this anti-graft war, a fight against corruption. It's a good thing for this country. But is that all we can do? Is that all the leadership can do? Must the leadership invest all the energies and resources they have fighting corruption? Are there no other things that we should do for this country as leaders? We are. My people, it's about time we started to identify what actually is aching this country. Because the more we fight, the more we fight things that we want to fight, the more the economy collapses. Yes, it is good to fight corruption, which we all, as people of God, where we are right now, support. But must the presidency and the leaders of this nation watch this country economy collapse? Where we are right now, if care is not taken, the country will be in a very big trouble economically. And that is why I am calling on the leadership, the president and all his team, to try as much as possible to look deep into what this country is going through. It is very important that the fight against corruption has been hitting the economy, is ongoing right now. But is the fight against corruption holistic? Is it all inclusive? I want to say that if this corruption, this fight, this war must succeed very well, it must be all inclusive. And what I mean by that is that the president should look into the activities and actions of the past officers of the past administration, both in the state levels and in the national level, undermining who is for him and who is not for him. disregard party affiliations, and then look into their activities. Whosoever that is found wanting, just like every other person, should also be prosecuted. Both members from this party and members from other parties. And then Nigerians will see this fight against corruption as not witch hunting people. There are so many people, so many Nigerians today who believe that what the president is doing is witch hunting. But me, I don't believe in that. But the actions of the president must be seen by all as an action, as something that he is doing to better the lot of this country. And finally, I want to say that one of the areas that I will want the president and his team to consider with all seriousness is the area of the nation's unity. The national unity of Nigeria is very vital. Even if we go on with the fight against corruption and other things that we do, if there is no unity, all these things will not succeed. So I want to say that the president should look into the unity, the national unity of this country, because what is happening in the country today is a crack to the nation's unity. It is not being checked and addressed. It's going to be a big blow to this country. Look at the northeast, the insurgencies of Boko Haram and all stuff going on there, bombing people and houses every day. You come to the south, you see the agitation of the Biafra, and then you see militants and insecurity everywhere in the Niger Delta. My people, these things are a crack in the unity of this country. So if these things goes on like this, unaddressed, the unity of this country has been greatly threatened. But I want to leave out this advice to the president and the people of Nigeria, our great nation. I think the president at this time should identify all aggrieved parties and zones, all aggrieved people in this country, and then summon their allies and all well-meaning Nigerians to look into these things, what exactly the problem is, and how the problem could be addressed so that the interests of this country will prevail. And secondly, I will also say that the president should not leave delicate issues for a long time, trying to wait until this happened, that happened. There are vital issues that must be handled the moment they come, because if it is allowed, the crack of it is going to kind of bring a big pressure in this country, and the country will not be safe for any one of us. And I also want to say that the president should regularly evaluate his policies and agendas and then see if it is making any impact on the people of Nigeria. Policies are good, agendas are good, but we must regularly reevaluate it to see how it is going. And the president also should carefully look at the agendas of the past administration. Look at the policies that the past administration have made, and then see what he can pick from there and what he can discard from there, and then blend it with the one that he has. Because everything we are talking about is how we can make a good country, how Nigeria can become great, how Nigeria can be seen as one of the vibrant countries with high level of awareness about what the country should be like and what the country should do. Our economy should not crumble. All this thing we are talking about is having a change in the system, restructure the system, and make it to work, and let Nigeria come back. These decisions can stabilize and revamp the economy of this country. And I also must say that both the presidency and the people of Nigeria should have respect for Nigerian constitution and the rule of law. If this country must succeed and survive, we must have respect for the rule of law. And finally, I want to say that every Nigerian, irrespective of party affiliations, should support this government. The government is our government. Forget about who brought you in and who is not part of this government by party affiliation. Let every one of us support this government. We don't have any other country. Nigeria is our country. Let's work for the unity of this country. Support the government of this country. And let's see, by God's intervention, how this country will not survive. There are many countries in the world today that are wishing that Nigeria collapse. My people, we can make this country collapse or we can make it stand strong by the decisions we take on a daily basis. I want to beg of you, every one of us, clergies, ordinary people, leaders and followers, please, let's work for the unity of this country. My great people, we don't have any other country but Nigeria. God bless you. Let me pray for this country. Nigeria is a great nation and I foresee a great future for this country, irrespective of what any man thinks. Blessed Father, Lord, I thank you for this country because I know, irrespective of all the plots and plans of the enemy, the country will succeed. Therefore, I prophesy to the future of this country. Whatever thing, whatever stronghold against this country, I command it right now to be lifted and let this country have its place in the community of nations. Lord, eternal Father, position this country economically, position this country politically, and every aspect of this nation, Lord, let your strength be released and let Nigeria rise again. I thank you, Lord, because I know it is done. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. God bless you, my people.